back. Welcome back. It's been so long since we last saw each other.
Yeah, it feels like ages, huh?
Right? All right, so we're getting ready to start this next one. We have ABIN versus 5JDX. And yes, the way I was saying it yesterday, yes, ABIN. I don't know why I have to accentuate the end, but whatever. All right, so we're going to get this kicked off. Let me go to my map band page, and there it is. We're good to go for ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, and just as a reminder, this one is best of 5, just like the last one that we broadcast. And ABIN beat GNX last week 2-1. 5JDX beat CSPS. And so this is a winner's bracket match. One of these teams will be moving forward. The other will be dropping to the loser's bracket and, still be able to play for everything. But definitely will have a harder road ahead if they want to land in one of the final or the top spots.
Right. Yeah.
So fairly important match at this point.
Right. Our first one, mining.
Picked by ABIN.
There you go. Let's see what 5JDX picks next. Let's go. The second pick always seems to take a little longer. There we go. Grim Plexus.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes teams might be trying to think about what the other team's trying to do. I don't know. Usually I felt like we had a pretty good idea going into these bands, and they were often quick, unless we weren't sure which side we wanted, which occasionally happened.
Right.
5JDX picks Ruby for the 4th map, so Torm will be the last one. So it's going to be Mining, Grim, Canyon, Ruby, Torm.
Perfect. All right, so now they're going to go through and choose their sides. Let's see how much swapping we get to do this time. Oh, no swap on the first map. Good.
Love it.
Makes life easy. As for the second one, Grim Plexus. What are they going to choose? There's one thing also, between best of 3 and best of 5 is no swap again. When you're doing best of 3, you're banning 2 of the maps. So, your hope is to not have to be on certain ones when you start thinking about your strategies. In this one, you're using, possibly all 5 maps. And
so we might not have to do any swaps on this one, depending on how it goes. First 3, ABIN will be Team 1 all the way.
Nice. I don't know if I'm predicting a shutout for this. Both teams are exceptionally good teams. I don't know. We could see all 5 happen. Oh, they got a swap going for the 4th one. Ruby will show a swap.
The streak is broken.
Yeah. Dang.
I mean, I love to avoid having to swap teams, at least until we get a swap teams button, which, I mean, realistically probably won't ever happen. But I would rather see more drops than get 3-0.
We will keep bringing it up every single time, though, because, make life a little easier. Hey, we at least finally got a button for opening up all of our bonus loot bags for the events.
Not the ones you earn by playing, though, unfortunately.
Right? But it's a start. It's a test. All right. All maps have been chosen, so we will have no swaps for the first 3, and if we go into Ruby and Tourmaline, we will do team side swaps for that one. So, bam, we're good to go right off the bat.
Yep, I'll let them know Team 1 is on the clock.
All right, and we're going to switch this over to the map for Mining Collective. And we are there.
All right, so we just watched a drop on here. Let me remind myself. So ABIN is Team 1. They will be on the left side, so good chance they will... Actually, let me change that to blue, so it's a little bit easier to read than the last one. Good chance they'll put a couple traders up here if they want to trade for the Wolf Pack. They probably will want to contest Theta. So often you'll see a few mechs dropped in Bravo, a couple mechs in Charlie, and a couple in Alpha. if they want to do this kind of east-west split of the map. And they might put these mechs up high over here, or maybe on the central high ground here, and probably have somebody grab Gamma. Teams also sometimes will do a north-south split where you might just have, say, your mech and Bravo just grab Kappa and then run back. If you're going to try and take like the Gamma Theta Epsi triangle. Last time we saw them play this map, they just kind of rushed across with a really aggressive Clan Laser Vomit and smashed their opponents. So we could see them do that again. They might just do something like that that's very different than this kind of setup and control type strat. From the other side, and again, I need to pay attention to exactly which one of these canisters they put it on. I think it's actually one of these two. There may be like a Dire up here to trade. You can try and put something over here. Again, Light Pack contest Theta. And also from Charlie on this side, you could have somebody fight from like Echo 6 because you can shoot through gaps in the buildings here. And similarly, have somebody grab Epsi, maybe contest the high ground, trade from potentially over here. So it's really going to depend on how these teams want to set up, but there are a number of places to trade from. And if you do want to do a strat where you want to close, usually you want to stay kind of to the north of the Delta line or the south of kind of the Echo line. You just don't want to be stuck in kind of these open spaces because you can just get picked apart from all angles if you do that. But that being said, ABIN did that last week. If I remember correctly, they ran straight across one of those and it was very effective. So if you do it aggressively enough, you outplay your opponents, strange things can work. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention, we haven't seen a team do this. I wouldn't necessarily expect it, but we also have some off-the-wall strats that we've seen in the past where like a Viper or something will go up on that box up top or get lodged in this satellite, and you have really good vision from there, which can be very helpful.
Oh, Bowser's asking, how much time for Team 1?
Yeah,
we knew
I got my
it.
Stopwatch out.
Yeah, we knew it would happen, folks.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see. I think this is one of those maps where you can
Team
play it
one's
a
locked.
lot of different ways, and I'm excited to see what these teams will try.
Yeah. Now, one of these days, I'm actually going to start playing around with. I don't do the lights very often, so I'm not as familiar with some of the long range sniper strats of getting mechs way up high into some positions. I played around with it a little bit on Solaris, and of course falling into the buildings. But at the same, on the inside when you can't get back out. But yeah, I've always been the person that likes doing the brawly stuff, being up in the front, being the tank of the group. So yeah, it's a little. I like seeing it, but then the thought of actually doing it myself as a strat, I have never played with it yet. So I don't know. Maybe that's something I'll do soon, just because I see a lot of teams doing the way up high sniper moves, and it tends to work out pretty well.
Yeah, and it can also just be for vision. Like if you have something on the box or on the satellite dish, you can have like an ER large maybe or an arc up there, and it can be useful for that. But a lot of it is the vision and the awareness that you can pass on to your team. And we are seeing ABIN set up mostly Bravo Charlie, which is a little bit unusual. So they may be going for more of like a north-south split, or maybe that's, I don't remember actually which lances they picked last week. This might be what they used to do that aggressive push, because I do think they did it across Delta 4, Delta 5. But I also always like to see a little trickery in the lance selections from teams, and it's more common at this level, I would say. So could be showing something similar, but doing something very different than they've done in the past.
Right. And it's funny, they're talking about, hey, there's an extra player over there.
Not anymore.
Bring a 10th to make it even.
And we see that 5JDX is almost set, and they have also gone heavy in Bravo, at least in terms of numbers. So they're also Bravo Charlie, so they may be kind of matching that north side drop, and they are locked.
Ready to go. All right, here we go. First match, Mining Collective, ABIN versus 5JDX. I'm excited. Loading in. There we go. All right, I'm actually in before everybody's ready.
Well, you know, it had to happen sometime, huh?
Right? Well, probably because we're on the North American server, and that's a much faster connection for me. Okay, and we're down to the timer. Here we go. Well, the first mech I think I'll be Teos's, but I could be wrong. We'll find out. No, I'm in Stimrock's mech, so here we go. I'm going to start calling all these out as quickly as I can, since, of course, mining is a small map, and yeah, I got to go quick, because they're going to be. Alright, so he's in the Summoner with SRM6s, Bowser and the Executioner with ER mediums and large pulse lasers, Tex and Scrublord and the Mistlinks with heavy machine guns and ER micros, Chimera in the Marauder with medium lasers and heavy larges, Marauder 2C, Kong in the Catapult with SRM6s, Temu in the Crusader with ER smalls, Pelisaria in the Viper with heavy machine guns, and Teos in the Spider with heavy machine guns and a medium pulse laser.
All right, and we've got Windscape in the Snub Irby, Django in the Snub Vulcan, Polycat in a Mistlinks with 8 heavy MGs, 4 ER micros, Ghosty in a Viper with 5 ER Maids, 8 LMGs, Will in a Highlander 2CA with 4 ER Peeps, Bacon Lord in a 2 ER Peep, 10 small laser Crusader 6T, Kieran in an 8 ER large Supernova, and I think I've missed somebody. I'm trying to find him. No, that might be it. Yeah. Oh, no, I missed Monk in the Direwolf. 2 Goss, 4 ER Meads, 4 ER Large. And it looks like ABIN is just pushing across on that north side.
Yeah, they're just trying to death ball here.
Be careful here. He's real close, and he's getting pushed by Texan. And for right now, for 5JDX, it's all about just getting damage in on the pack as they close. But I don't know if Will has lines on them, which is going to probably be a problem since he doesn't have huge DPS. Bacon's getting pushed by 2 mechs.
There's a lot happening here.
And Timu's in his back. Could have one-shot him there, I think. But Bacon is legged, so he's not going to escape this. He's going to go down real fast.
Yeah, Bacon
is dead, down to Teos. Polycat also in a bad situation against Bowser, probably going to go down soon. Kong Lord pushing Kieran, getting Kieran down. Ghosty goes down. So this is looking really good for ABIN. Will just getting wailed on by everybody, it looks like. I mean, it's been so lopsided so far. I think this is going to go for ABIN. Polycat does get Chimera down, but is legged now and is surely going to be dead soon. Yep. Monk is getting surrounded. Monk goes down. Django's getting chased, trying to get away, but legged. And I mean, you're really not going to get away at that point.
No.
So it's just Windscape in the Snurby, legged. And dead. Now we'll just have to wait for the caps to be taken. So yeah, I think I don't know if they could have set up a little bit more spread out, maybe, you know, so they could use that range a little bit better, or if they all had lines enough on that push. But it just was not enough for 5JDX to take this one, and it's a very decisive win for ABIN.
There they go.
Yep.
All right, give me just a second, folks. I'll get the stats brought up here. Let's see here. Magically, if I go up here and put this right there and hit the submit button there, and I should get. There you go. It's refreshed. There it is. I expect Kong to have the most team damage every match, but he didn't.
Oh, well, that's a surprise. Yeah, so 626 from Stimrog in the Summoner, 578 and 3 kills from Kong in the Catapult. Relatively high damage for the rest of the ABIN players. And then just not nearly as much from 5JDX. We've got 411 from Windscape in that Irby and a kill, 416 from Django, and Polycat got the other kill.
It looks like, let's see, Tios had the most team damage at 25, and then Kong and Pelisaria tied at 15 for second place. Kong always had this wonderful thing of liking to shoot us at the end of a match. All right, we're switching over to Grim Plexus. And if you'd like to do the map, I'll go ahead and switch over to the map strat for that.
Yep, let me just wait to start the stopwatch and everything.
Oh, yeah. While you're doing that, I'll get the map cleared up.
Oh, there is a clear map button.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. I don't tend to do the map stuff.
All good.
There we go.
I just figured I'd let you know because it's a lot more convenient.
That is true.
All right, so ABIN on the south side. So a lot of teams, and I haven't seen them. I don't remember seeing them play this match, so I could be wrong. But a lot of teams like to set up in these areas to trade across. Hamburger Hill is a popular spot for the north side team to set up. And actually, let me change my colors here. Oh, that did not click. Okay, so set up somewhere in here to do their trading. You also would likely want to send at least one mech to Gamma, a light mech, probably something fast, and then you may try and take Epsi with it. Theta is really hard to capture, so similar to mining, you either want to send something really fast to it, like a fleet, or you may just want to try and get eyes on the other team's cap mech going to Theta and try and get some damage on it. Very frequently, you will see one or two mechs go to Kappa or even like a full wolf pack. And if it's clear, try and take Kappa so you can secure that 3 cap. Or very often you'll see teams just not engage here if they see any other mechs because it's so isolated from everything else. It's really common to see some mechs get jumped at Kappa, and that can snowball the match for you. And then from the north side, similar, you send something to Kappa, typically something to Sigma, and then potentially on to Epsi. And very frequently you will have trade mechs on Hamburger Hill. And we've even actually seen teams, depending on what they're expecting, set up further back. But I think that's typically if you're expecting a rush. And you can even use like kind of this area as well if you're expecting that rush. But that's pretty uncommon. You're kind of selling out to counter one strat by doing that.
Yeah, getting a visual on the other team is like critical with the way this map is set up.
Yeah, it is. It is. And if you do want to close more, usually you're going to end up having to use, and I'm just going to use yellow for this. You're usually going to have to use one of these like kind of side paths to try and not be exposed to mechs from Hamburger Hill or from the other sniping spot. but I'm not sure if we'll see that. And if you're very confident and aggressive and you have fast enough mechs, you may be able to close, just like go straight across quickly. Team 1 is locked.
Awesome.
A lot of it, I feel like it comes down to knowing your timings.
Yeah. Yeah, having played with some of the, on some of the comp teams and everything, and actually trying to take a light roll during scrims, it's I've had to learn the skill of, instead of just jump jetting to, till you're as high up in the sky as you can get to try and see the enemy team, you want to keep it just above that sight line, just far enough out, because otherwise you'll get tagged right away. And then of course once you do that, you're also giving away your position at the same time.
Yep. And with ABIN, with more mechs in Alpha, we could see them try and jump some mechs from 5JDX at Kappa. They also are, they're showing that by putting 4 mechs in Alpha. So they might also be trying to make 5JDX think they're doing that, maybe send only 1 mech and then send the others somewhere else. And then 2 in Bravo and Charlie each is not unusual. Ones in Bravo are probably long-range mechs. Charlie could be 2 Wolfpack mechs, or it could be 1 trader and 1 light mech, depending on where they're planning to put them.
All right, Team 2 should be almost ready to go soon.
Yep, and they are all Bravo Charlie so far.
Yeah.
So it's possible that we'll see like 8 mechs show up on Kappa and fight it out. That would be a really aggressive, unusual first move, but you never know.
Yeah. All right, switch back over to the lobby view here. We're waiting for the last couple people to ready up and call the ready. Call the lock.
All right, just Bacon left. Typically, the TL is the last one to do it, the team leader, so
Right.
Hopefully they're just about ready. They do have plenty of time, but just would love to get into the drop.
Yes.
It looks like they're staying Bravo Charlie, so that could be they're sending Wolfpack to Kappa and then sending traders to those hotel line positions or somewhere around there. But it could also be that they're planning to be really aggressive on the west side of the map from the start. It's always hard to be patient.
Come on,
there's only one left.
Let's go. I mean, I could play meme videos, but I don't want to do that.
All right, they're locked.
Let's do it. All right. Good luck.
I do feel like these have been some of the quickest locks.
Oh, in comparison,
Div A that we see very often. Div A takes a long time. 3 minutes.
The entire time frame. Yes, seen that a few times. There was one time that there was a team waiting to try and get their last person. It was one of the other comps. They're trying to get their last person home, get them in there, and they had the entire duration, not just of locking in the lobby, but during the actual match too. They actually made it stretch out the entire time. So, alrighty, switching over to the Mac viewer in just a moment. There we go.
Yeah, I'm always afraid to do anything while we're waiting for them to load in, because I know you get like lobby glitches. Oh, here we go.
Right. All right, I'm in Texan Scrublord's mech. See what he's rocking for their second drop. He's in the Jenner 2C with 4 heavy medium lasers and a narc. Chimera in the Bloodass Rancor with ER large lasers. Bowser in the Firestarter 9A with small pulse lasers. Tios in the Spider 5K with heavy machine guns and a small pulse laser. Kong Lord in the Highlander 2C with ER PPCs. Stimrog in the Crusader 6T with the ER smalls. Love that build. Pelisari in the Viper with light machine guns, ER mediums, and then we have Temu in the Executioner with a bunch of ER micros and some ER large lasers. And with that, I'm going to the airborne.
Hold.
Oh, yep, hold, yep, we do. A hold is called.
Both teams are holding.
Stand by.
Oh yeah, it looks like Will was probably the one to DC because he ran straight into a wall.
Okay. Good call on it though. Texan Scrublord is rather close to Gamma, so yeah, good, perfect timing on that.
Well, yeah, the caps also don't matter for the hold in this rule set. But,
yeah. Oh, see, that's good to know. I need to read more of them then. We're gonna take a look at everybody. Yeah. Good thing there's a wall there. Alrighty. You guys, Cap, we suicide. All right, we're gonna wait. Hold on, I gotta go find Kong then. Because I know how this goes for Kong. Yeah, there you go. Saw that, Kevin.
Command confirming that we have possession of Kappa.
So, folks, as soon as we can get this match done, we will do the redrop.
Yeah, this is always unfortunate.
Yeah. But, you know, we're well aware that things happen. We get that.
We do not control the internet or the servers.
Yeah.
Polly's having a heck of a time overheating herself there.
Oh, I just dropped a strike. There you go. Karen helping out a little bit.
This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefit.
All right, so I'm going to skip doing the call-outs for all the weapons and everything for...
Well, they can change.
No,
So
that's
by rule, we just go right back in.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah,
All right.
so we play it, we have to go through the lock procedure and everything, same as usual. Teams can change lances, they can change mechs. Yeah.
All right, this is my first ever, in the 2 years I've done this, this is my very first redrop. So.
Yeah, and so there cannot be another redrop. That's the one thing.
All right.
I'm just waiting to make sure they're in the lobby.
Right. Now, for all you guys who've, you've everybody out there in Twitch viewer land, you guys know how this works. There can always be some kind of technical glitch. Whether you're in the game playing, whether you're the casters. We've had issues with the casters having things pop up with their setups. I had my my gaming rig actually freeze up during the beginning of a cast, and I was like, oh crap. So I had to quickly reboot the rig and get back in the match. Thankfully the stream was still going, so it happens.
Yep.
Yep, Bacon's asking about the changes, so yes, there you go.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure they were actually in the lobby, so I wasn't telling that to an empty lobby.
Right.
All right, so as I was saying in the chat, viewers may not be able to see that very well. Teams can make changes. It's basically like a fresh drop. There's just no redrop if something goes wrong with this next one. Certainly, teams could still have a hold if somebody like DC's never connects to the lobby, but we would not do a redrop per the rules. So hopefully we won't run into another issue.
Right.
And it looks to me like Bacon Lord is DC'd. Is that the case for you as well?
That's what I'm seeing on my screen. That's correct.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they will be able to take care of that or let us know if there's an issue. He was in the chat very recently.
Right.
And they do have some time. ABIN, they have to lock up first.
Lock up, yeah. Which that's what happened with Saz in the last match we did.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Looks like they have kicked Bacon, so hopefully he'll be back in, or they'll bring somebody else in. He wasn't even the player who had the issue, though.
No, it was Will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Folks, this is of course why it's good to make sure you do have a full roster of 12 people with being able to field 8. You never want to. You cannot field 8. Unfortunately, with the Worlds, that is grounds for forfeit per the rulebook.
Yep. And you want to have those backups on hand in case somebody's connection goes bad, or you may even just want to swap people in for different roles, depending.
Yeah, for my team this year, we had a full roster of 12, and we made sure we got everybody in just so they got a chance to play. But even for when you get into the semifinals and everything, having people to be able to bring in case something happens is always a good thing.
All right, Team 1 is locked.
Yay! I should switch to the lobby scene. I know y'all want to look at my bald cam there. Foot cam maybe in the future.
5 JDX still at 7 players, so hopefully they get somebody else in here.
Yeah. Slightly concerning.
And looking at the map strat,
Gotta bring that up.
I think
there we are.
I think ABIN might have changed things around. I think they changed their lances based on what I'm remembering. But I could be wrong about that. Yeah. So it looks like they're going to be more right side heavy this time if they weren't last time.
Excuse me, I have hiccups. And Ghosty's asking for time. They're seeing how much time they can get to get their teammate in, or a fill in, hopefully.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't come down to somebody not being able to connect. We want to see drops, you know?
Yep, that is what we're here for. We're here for big stompy mech on mech action.
Yeah. Not here to play Lobby Warrior.
All right.
I mean, I guess that's kind of our job, but
Right.
oh, now it looks like Will has DC'd.
Oh no. Yeah, this is not good.
Yep. This is unfortunate.
And the real thing that sucks is, it's not always, your equipment or, your stuff coming in that causes this. Right? Something your ISP can all of a sudden be doing something in your area that's just jacks things up. You have 100% no control on it.
Yep. Yep. Or I was in a comp drop once, and one of our players' neighbors turned down their microwave and he DC'd mid-match.
Oh,
mid-fight.
no.
It's like, I mean, granted, he was playing on Wi-Fi. Like, you can, second guess some things there, but he only DC'd because of that.
Microwave, yeah, or you can get some of those cordless phones that also are on the 2.4 gigahertz back in the day, and yeah. Unfortunately, now Team 2 is down 2 members. Yeah, we had if it was earlier this year, if it was last year, one of our one of the players actually ended up being underwater and had to leave. So yeah, anything can cause this to happen. Hoping these two are able to get back in, or they're able to fill the slots. Misanthrope. There you go. There's one.
Yep. So they're up to, well, I guess they're still at 7.
Right. Ash, that could very well be a possibility too. Someone's mom tells you dinner's ready. Yes. Because I'm running to that table. Again, folks, sorry for the delay. You're, no, Honor Wolf. You cannot.
All right, so unfortunately the 5 minutes expired, so that would be a win by default for that drop for ABIN. So we would need to move on to the
Canyon.
next drop. Yep, so to Canyon.
All right, let me get that marked there. And let me go ahead and get the map swap changed over. That's there. Because we're not doing it, we do not have a side swap leading up to Canyon.
All right, so I'll put Team 1 on the clock.
Okay. All right, so with this, let me go ahead and where's that clear all button? There it is. I see it.
You never want to see it happen this way, unfortunately.
No, we don't. All right, and I will pull up the Canyon Conquest map. There we go. All right, so I'm going to switch over to the map strat scene for a moment. You wanted to cover Canyon?
Yeah, I'm I need to pay attention to this for a minute.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, no worries, no worries.
Just got to keep an eye on that team leader chat just in case.
Oh, I don't,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't even have that up on my screen right now. That's why I couldn't see it.
Yeah, no worries.
I need more screens, folks. There we go.
I could use more, to be
No,
honest.
no, there. No, now I see all the stuff you're talking about that I'm missing. Oh no, okay. Yeah, now I see what Bacon's saying, and all right, yeah.
It's not looking good for more drops, unfortunately, from this one. But basically, they have ABIN. Once they lock, 5JDX has 5 minutes. So ABIN has lock. I'm hoping that those 5JDX players are trying to, get into the lobby. I don't know what the situation is. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like 5JDX has to forfeit.
That's what I'm reading as well.
I'm just going to confirm with Bacon before we make it official and close the stream and everything, because I just want to, it's not a situation you ever want to see, and it's not something we want to get wrong, do in haste. So just to confirm with him.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they have forfeited, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry to see it end that way. Would have been great to see these teams play some more drops.
Agreed, 100%. All right, so that will give ABIN the win for this. And then the next match that we're casting this evening will be the GNX versus Fjord match. In approximately 4 hours ish. I can't math.
Let me see. Based on what I have, it's 4.5 hours from now. We will be casting GNX versus FJRD, and then immediately after that, we'll have CSPS versus 228X, and we have 2 other matches that will be on MWO Comp or MWO Leagues 2, and those are ME versus DPS. And SRJ versus KDCM. And I don't actually remember exactly when they start because I think their times are a little different. So let me look those up, and hopefully people will be able to catch those and will play along. So let's see. ME versus DPS starts in 3.5 hours, I believe, and then SRJ versus KDCM starts immediately after that on the same channel.
There you go.
So hoping for better ones next time, or at least, more drops, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're sorry to see it end this way. Sorry to all our viewers that we didn't have more to show, but we just can't control it, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, all right, folks. Well, I will see you guys a little later, and enjoy your break between.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Brower, and I'll talk to you in a bit.
Yep. See you later.
Yeah.